Hi everyone, welcome back to another video with Yoseka. Ashley here today, and we are going to be unboxing and kind of going through the PAL Planner, the Plan and Log PAL Planner by Kokuyo and Bushimen. So this is the planner for this year. It comes in this lovely box. This is a planner that I've used for 2 years, the past 2 years, and I was using it for like work things, but also tracking like general things in my life, like more task chore type stuff. And I liked it a lot, and I got a lot of requests to see how to use this planner because it's a little unique. It is a monthly and weekly planner, and the ordering of the months and weeks goes month, week, week, and then month, week, rather than all the months together and all the weeks together, so that you can see like everything that you need as it comes. And I liked that a lot about this planner. And there's also, with the monthly section, there is a vertical Gantt chart, which is very, very unique. It's not seen in a lot of planners. And so that intrigued me a lot. I wanted to try it out, and I liked using it, but a lot of people do get confused by how to use the vertical Gantt chart, how to go about like doing the planning and logging, the main feature of this Kokuyo Bushimen planner. So I thought I would share how I have been using mine for the past 2 years. I would show you inside of my planners, but there's a lot of official things that I need to keep secret. There are some projects that, well, now a lot of other projects have come out already and a lot of you guys have seen them, but you know, there's always things in the works and I don't want to spill any secrets too soon. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you a brief overview of the inside of the planner, and then I'm going to do a little plan with me and show you how I would be setting up this upcoming month, which is December 2023, since this planner starts in December, so you can already start using it. Here is the planner in this box. This year it is green. The other years it was brown and yellow, which is very nice, bright colors, I think is what they're going for now. But this is the planner. It comes with these cute freebies, like a pencil board, a pen, some other goodies in here. And it comes with this pamphlet to walk you through the layout of this planner, because it is quite unique and you can use it a lot of different ways, but I think there are certain ways that might be better to use it than others. I think there's a way for you to use it that will work best for you. So it gives you some examples of different ways that you can use it to make it unique to you, to make it work for you. And so that's a helpful pamphlet. Let's open it up. So first, it gives you the year's overview, and then it gives you this kind of tracking section. You can track one thing because all the months go across and then the days go down. So you can like highlight something if you're tracking one thing, or you can put important dates that you need to keep track of here, like birthdays, anniversaries, stuff like that. And then it goes right into the month. So this is the monthly like calendar section. This is the vertical Gantt chart here off to the right. And then this is the week section. So for December, this is the monthly view, and then it goes into the weeks. And this is the weekly block format. And then it goes into another month. So each month is followed by the weeks that are in it, which I really like that layout. That like, it's easy for my brain at least. And this weekly layout is divided into 2 halves, and the whole idea of the planner is that you use it, one side you plan, the other you log. So maybe you call out events like go to work, go to the gym, cook dinner, and then on the other side you actually log what happened, like maybe you stayed home sick today, you ordered food instead of, you know, making your dinner, something like that. That's like the main way you can use it, but there's so many other ways. You can track your day and your child's day. You can track, you know, like exercise and like track maybe what you're lifting that day. You can break down this outer border to show, like, if you're trying to track steps, you can divide it into 4 quadrants and do, like, if 10,000 is your goal here, like, this is 2,500, this is 5,000, this is 7,500, and that's your end goal there. So there's so many ways you can break this down, but I'm going to show you how I use it because I think people are so curious to see, like, what actually has worked for someone. So I will get right into it. Okay, so we're gonna fill out the monthly spread first. Here is a mini calendar, and the idea is that you can, like, call out certain days that you need to remember events for, but not that you're writing the day exactly on the day, like a normal, like, block calendar. I have tried using it like a block calendar. This is mine from last year, and I pasted over it because it wasn't a busy month and I had very few things. You can see, like, I didn't even do this part, but it was kind of easier for me to see when something started, like when I had surgery and when I was recovering for a certain day. But for most of the time, this is just used for calling out certain important things. At least that's what I used it for. So I liked to use friction markers for the longest time, but I accidentally left my planner, like, in the sun underneath a glass thing, and it all disappeared. Anyways, I like to use friction or Mildliner highlighters, and I have my Jetstream pen, but the planner does come with a uni one if you have no other pens. I also like to use my Sarasa Nano in brown because I like brown. Okay, so let's see. So this is December, this is upcoming, and I definitely need to get my holidays. So 25th is Christmas, so I'm gonna highlight that. And this is a Monday start calendar, so Christmas is on a Monday this year, I guess. I have my friend's birthday on this day. Ooh, there are so many Yoseka team member birthdays this month. That would be too much for me to cover right now, so I'm not gonna do that. But I do have something that recurs every week, which is I go climbing on Tuesdays, so I'm going to mark that out here too. Climbing this day. I'm gonna be out of town then, though. So, okay, I don't know if these are my exact travel days, but Yoseka is on holiday for these days, so I'm kind of blocking it out like this rather than using the highlighter to denote, like, specific days and events that are important. So there's that, and now I need to call out these events. So here we have, I like to put the date like that. I just like to do a little, like, key, like, this means climbing, like that. And then, since I used this for red, I'm gonna do, so holiday break. So I just kind of call out the important things that I need to know about the month up top. And then in this bottom space where they give you a lot of room for writing, I used to write a lot of my goals and things that I needed to accomplish that month. So I can do that again. But I also like to call out things like this and kind of break those down into things that I need to do before, like maybe before I leave for holiday. So this is kind of what my monthly overview would look like. I have my important dates up top, and then down here I have some goals listed. These are just things I want to keep in mind, and then these are like kind of to-dos that I need to go through, and I'll probably add more here as it goes on. But I need to get gifts for people, so this will just be something that I can come back to and have a really good track of at the beginning of the month and make sure that I get all these done before I go see my family. So for this side, the vertical Gantt chart is a little complicated, but it's not that hard. So you can use the vertical Gantt to track different things. It can be habits, it can be time spent, it can be projects. Anything can be tracked in this vertical Gantt. You just have to know how you want to set it up. So what I would do is on this side, I would track my sleep, like my sleep hours. There's all these lines. The whole notebook is gridded, which is really nice, and it's a faint grid, so it's not distracting, but it is helpful. And I would write the hours at the top. And I liked to do this because sometimes my sleep can correspond with other habits, which I would track on this side. So I wanted to see how my sleep might affect like how much I journal, how much I draw, how much coffee I drink. Yeah, probably correlates a lot. But anyways, this is the sleep tracker, and then I had like a goal. So I want going to bed by midnight. So that would be midnight. And ideally I want to wake up by 8 a.m., you know? So you can use a ruler for this, but I love to freehand it. So like that's my goal. And then as the month goes on, I will just show an example. Like, let's say I went to bed so late. I went to bed at 1 a.m. and I woke up at 9 a.m. That's what that would look like. And I usually draw little bounding boxes like this, but you don't have to, that's just what I did. So on the right side, I'm going to track different things. And down here, there's a lot of space to write in what you're going to track. You can do that for this side as well. Like maybe you just have so many habits you want to track, you can use the whole thing all the way across to track stuff. And what's really nice is there are these lines here that are they're solid, but they're not super dark. And that denotes the week. And this is the weekend, like Saturday, Sunday. So you can see here, second and third. This is also a really good way to correlate these things. So if I wanted to track like maybe my climbing performance, I have this over here and I can carry that over like this, the 12th and the 19th. And then I can also carry over my holidays, my big events, like that. You can also use more colors. I'm not a super color coding person. I only have 2 things usually most of the time, so that's what this looks like. And so here I'm going to track, so these are all the things that I will track here, and I'm assuming everyone knows how to habit track if you're watching this video, but if you don't, that is totally okay. Let's say on the first, I journaled, I didn't draw, but I had some coffee because I went to bed super late, right? And I had my medication, and let's say I actually did go climbing this day, I would do that. And so down the month, you'll be able to see this array of things that you accomplished or things that you might want to pay more attention to next month. You can also track a project here. So I do want to get a postcard done that I can send to my friends and family. I'm just gonna write postcard. So now I know that this is like a separate timeline. And I really need it done by the 25th. And I know that printing usually takes some time. So I'll give it maybe 2 weeks, which means I need to have it finished by the 10th. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'll do something like that. And this is just I'm not sending it out. If I had to mail it out, I'd probably want this even earlier. But this I just need to make sure I pack it with me. Probably need to, let's do 3 days. And then I have this much time. Ooh, but I'm climbing this day, so maybe I should give myself more time. And this is a birthday. This is not my best project planning. I did not think this through before filming this. I kind of forgot that I would have to do this, but you get the basic idea. Once I have finished a certain amount of it, I can track it like this. For my progress here, I can move things around. I could cross this out, move it down. I could move this up, you know, if I change my mind. But at least I have a rough idea of how much time I need to finish these steps. Moving on, I usually use this extra space down here to track things like things that I bought this month or food that I ordered, just so I have an idea of it, and I can always use this as like my landing monthly page instead of having it get lost on like the day that I ordered something, because I'm not gonna remember to look on this random Wednesday when I ordered food. This one has like all of the things that I need to know like on this one spread. Okay, so now moving on to how I set up my weeks. This is the true plan and log part of the planner, and there's this blank space here which I use for my weekly overview. We have a meeting at Yoseka where we talk about what we did last week. We talk about what I leave a little space, maybe 2, and then we talk about what we did this week. Sometimes I have like things that I need to buy that week, like any grocery list or like, you know, essentials that I need. For my day-to-day, I don't do necessarily the plan and log. I track like what Team Yoseka is doing versus what I'm doing in the day. I don't have to really, you know, think about what I'm doing after I get home, if that makes sense. So I usually mark lunch in the middle of the day, and I split my day into before lunch and after lunch. So these are the 2 things that I'm planning for. And so that day we'll have some tasks that need to get done before lunch and things that get done after lunch, maybe that stop around 5. And I already know that this week I am actually going to go climbing, so. And again, it'll be like Team Yoseka and me, Team Yoseka and me. And if there's anything that I know I will need to do during the week, like something that only I can do at work, I'll put it in here. So like, for example, here on Tuesday, actually maybe on Monday, Daisy and I will film catching up. Like that. And I know that's happening in the beginning of the day, but I'm not sure exactly when. We might have other things that need to get done. So for me, I don't have to break down my time too seriously hour by hour, which is why this kind of loose plan and log format really works for me. The vertical planning format, which goes hour by hour, didn't really work for me because, again, this is such like a vague, I'm not sure what time it's gonna start, not sure what time it's gonna end, but I know it's gonna happen in the morning before lunch. So that's what I would do here. Okay, so now for my weekends, I do it a little bit differently. Sometimes I do plan and log, sometimes I break it down into chores and social things. So I think for this week, I know I have something on Friday evening, which is a social thing, but I have nothing in the morning, so I will probably do a lot of chores that day. I know that that's going till at least 7 p.m. It could be over 2 hours. I'm just gonna guess maybe 8:30. So I have that time blocked off for my social things. Reminder, gel pens and highlighters can smudge like this, so you might need to use a ballpoint pen or a highlighter that doesn't smudge with your gel pen, or just let your gel pen dry completely before doing something like this. So I probably need to do laundry up here, and I want to see if I can do some of that postcard drawing up here. Laundry usually takes me some time, but I would estimate a little bit better how much time this would take me. And I know that I need to start getting ready for this. I need to probably leave by 5. And then all of this time beforehand is the time that I have to get ready. It's the time that I have to eat breakfast, lunch, do my postcard, do my laundry. I don't know when, but it'll happen sometime during the day before 5. So that's how I usually structure my chores and social. calendar, and then this day I might just do a regular plan and log. So this day, I know I'm going to want to work on my postcard again. I'm going to want to journal too. So, oh, we have a friend that will be visiting, so I probably have to clean my room, stuff like that. And I know a lot of people like to use times on the side here as well and make more of a timeline. I can do that, you know, to really break down my time and then see what actually happened on the side here. So, for example, on this day, cleaning my room, I'm like, I'll spend 2 hours cleaning my room. That's what I'm gonna plan for, and it's gonna be from 1 to 3. But then I'll log what actually happened, that I didn't get to cleaning my room until 5 to 6, and that was only 1 hour. So I would log that over here that I actually cleaned my room at that time. Maybe I'll list what I did over here. And sometimes for work days, so I do work on Sunday, so sometimes for work I do a plan and log because this layout is very flexible. I can use it, I don't have to use the plan and log. I can track the team or myself, I can track my chores or my social. But when I do want to do plan and log, I can do it for any day. I don't have to the plan and log is not only for my work week, or it's not only for my weekends. So this day, I like to do plan and log for Sundays especially because sometimes I go climbing before work. But that's not always a definite thing like that. But I might not go. So I might write here, like, I have this many visits left, let's say. So I know that I have 5 visits left on my punch pass, but maybe that day, when I'm at the end of the day, I've gone home and I'm looking over what happened during my day, I will log that I did go climbing, and then I would make this 4 visits on my punch pass. But maybe I didn't go, and I would keep 5 left on my punch pass. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna order lunch. Then I know that I'm at Yoseka from 12 to 7 p.m. I could log, like, maybe I didn't order lunch. Maybe I went home and I watched TV. Maybe, I can log so many different things at the end of the day. But I really liked this format for how general it is, how non-specific and not too detailed it is, because I always found that if I overused my planner, it would make my life harder. And it would kind of frustrate me having the time blocks be so constraining, and I feel like life never exactly works out that way, where you finish a task in the 1 hour that you set aside on your vertical time chart. So this works a lot better for me because things are a lot more generalized, it's a lot more loose, and it goes with the flow. I feel like it's very flexible to change, I think it allows for a lot of the things that come up in life that you don't expect. So there's not like a definite timeline, and I think that if your days change a lot, but you don't have to, kind of track everything hour by hour, this is a very good layout to use for that. I know this kind of looks a little blank, but if you'd like to see a little bit more of an in-depth layout, I did a sample layout for the Yoseka Lab Planner that our team members Amy and Bethany created. So if you want to see a completed layout, I would go watch the video where Daisy explains what planner might be for you or how to pick a perfect planner. I would go watch that video because they do mention my PAL Planner spread in there for the week. So if you want one that's a little bit more filled out for the week, go watch that video. I will probably link it somewhere. Another thing that I really like about this planner is that all of the pages are numbered, and it comes with so much note paper in the back. This is so much notepaper in the back, and it even has a little checkbox area. I used to use this for writing out ideas that I had. So, for example, this, I would be something like that. I'm thinking about making Christmas stickers, I'm thinking about making a postcard, maybe I want to sew something, maybe I want to do something else, and then as I go through and actually finish these ideas, I would check them off. And it's a good place to keep things that are just like a running list. You might not complete them all, but it's a very nice place to keep something like this, and you can even make daily to-do lists and write the page number of this back memo page, so 145, in your week. So let's say this day is getting so busy, I need to make sure that I'm getting all of my to-dos done. There's not enough space here. You can go to the back, say maybe date this day as the December 10th day, and just write down all your to-dos to make sure that you get it done. And that will be isolated to here, and you will always be able to find it on page 145. You can write it in there. And the same with the back memo pages. I used to have doctor's appointments a lot last year, and I'd have to be calling insurance, I'd have to be getting all this information, and I needed a place to write it down, but I also needed a place to kind of tie it to my appointment. So I would write down Wednesday, I have this appointment, and then I'd write the page 153. It's really small, I hope you can see it. 153, I'd write page 153 right under my doctor's appointment. So any kind of information that I got from the doctor's appointment or that I called about and learned about beforehand, before going to the doctor's appointment, I would write it all here so I can always refer back to this note section page. And since it has the page number, it'll never get lost. So that's another feature of this that I really liked and used a lot over the years. There's also a singular pen loop thing. I did use that too, but I just have a lot of pens now, so I just carry it in a pencil case. And that is the PAL planner, the Plan and Log, the PAL, whatever you want to call it, planner. If you have any questions about any other way that I use it, you can leave comments below. I'll try my best to answer it. I hope this was insightful for you to see how someone has used this very unique planner. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye!